So, Lupe, her birth name on her birth certificate is Guadalupe Janet Villegas. Her new last name is Zarrate because she's married to Jeffrey Zarrate. He's like Indian, half Indian or something. He's Indian, and so then I called her. Me and Andrew used to called her Lupe, and Letty and everybody. A lot of people used to call her Lupita, and she used to always do good. And you know what she hated? She hated the tags off of shirts. My mom or Fidelina, mi mamá, or or somebody used to cut them off for her when when we were children, when we were kids. They used to cut her like tags off from the back of her shirt. She hated them for some reason. I don't know. She just didn't like them. And we put on one time when we were kids. We put on bags, like plastic bags, like from Food for Less or something like that, or the grocery store, the plastic ones. And we the the little handles, our hands, our arms would fit through them. And we um we would get on the orange tree at my house over there on in Visalia. It's like a historic tree, orange tree. And we would act like she was right there on the floor like us, and I would climb the tree and then try to fly and jump off and land on my feet and everything. Since I was like a kid, I was like 4 or 5, I think. And we would be trying to fly. I don't know if she was trying to like fool me or something, because she didn't try to jump off the tree. I don't know if she could or something, but we were trying to fly and everything. And then we were touching, like, we used to she liked to touch earthworms and stuff and squeeze them, and then red blood would come out of them. And I touched them one time, and then we would play with the roly polies. She named them roly polies. I don't know what they really call them. I don't know if that's the professional name, but I always called them roly polies. Those little animals, those little insects is what I mean. And my nephew used to call them animals because he wasn't that smart, but they're insects, like bugs or something. And what else? She used to have rollerblades, and she always had cats. She named her cat Player. One of her cats was she named them Player. And yeah, she used to play one time, like, she grew up, and then I was at the park, cause there's a park by our house over there in Visalia. And I seen her. She got, like, I don't know if I think she had a helmet, and she had like a mountain bike, and she was like 14 or 15 or something. And there was a parked van, and she was going to her friend's house. And it was like I don't know if she was a Oaxaca or something, but she went straight into the back of a van. And I was like, dang, that was crazy. I think I was with Gustavo. Gustavo was there. And I was like, I didn't want to say anything, but it was funny. I was like, damn, because a girl going into something like that, it must have been hard. And then she got off the Mustang, Patty's Mustang, the red Mustang. And she was getting taller. I don't know why. She had like she was getting taller. And and then she got off the Mustang. And the car went up, the Mustang went up, and we're like, dang, fucking, we were out the Mustang, and the Mustang just went up after she got out. And I don't know why she didn't laugh or something. It was odd or something. It was it was like a miracle or something. And then she used to play the violin too at Green Acres Middle School at 7th grade. And she was like a straight A honor roll student. She always had good grades. And she would roll the newspaper, the Visalia Times Delta, with all the rubber bands with my mom in the living room. Big old stacks of newspaper that my mom would deliver with her sometimes, or just her, my mom, mi mamá. And she would drive like our little truck that my brother-in-law's dad sold to mi mamá, Fidelina, and it was like a little. We called it the little troquita. It was a white Chevrolet S10, and it had like I don't know if they were McLean's or something, but they were like silver or not silver, but like aluminum or platinum or something, or chrome. There you go, chrome rims. They were like they they were like Dayton's or McLean's or something like that, and I took them, or I don't know if I took them off because I didn't want to drive them and everything because I was like they weren't the ones that I, because the truck looked kind of ghetto and everything, and it wasn't like a fixed up lowrider or nothing, and I wanted it to be stock, and I took them off and everything because it looked better stock. They looked kind of hilarious or something with those rims because it was like they took off the shocks and it was bouncing or something. It was kind of low, and then I just wanted it to be not that funny and everything, but she used to drive it to Redwood High School, and it didn't have a radio or something, and she had like a earphone, like she would listen to music while she was driving, and then she got a new car or something, like a Honda Civic, a blue one that my older brother my brother Chelly Felipe, the one that would do all those things that I was talking about. He co-signed or signed for her, and it was under his name, and she was paying the bills and everything, working at part-time jobs and everything. She used to work at Best Buy, and where else did she work at? Like this liquor store by the skate park over there by Redwood High School, called Four Seasons. She was like the cashier. I that's all that I think she used to work at, and I know she worked. I think she worked at VF or something like that, or I don't think it was VF. It was a different one before VF was there. But uh she used to take my X-rated CD too and stuff, and then she liked Exhibit. She used to listen to Mandy Moore. 98 Degrees was one of her favorite bands. Backstreet Boys, and Sync, or wait, and Sync was more her band. And she had Barbies. She had Barbies all the time. The ones that name brand ones, Barbies and stuff. And she wasn't dirty. She was always clean and everything. She used to take care of all her stuff. Everything she would have, she would take care of. And she would let me borrow her car, her Honda Civic, the blue one. It was like a not I think it's like a sky blue. Sky blue was her car, and it was stock and everything, and it had a bass in the stock stereo. It was pretty good. It had a CD player and everything, and like an auxiliary cord to hook up your phone. That was when I had one of the first iPhones, the first iPhones that came to Visalia, or I believe they first came out. I know they first came out. As a matter of fact, there. I always had the newest. And then she would let me borrow it. I would take off in a day, and I would be drinking and driving sometimes. But I mean, I didn't get caught because of God. It was a miracle. It was a miracle that I didn't get caught and everything. And one time, my son, he like broke out in rashes, and I don't know why, but I told her to give me a ride. I don't know if my car was in the driveway, or I just didn't remember or something. But maybe I didn't have a car or something, or I didn't have insurance, or I know I had a license for sure, but I think I didn't have insurance at the time, or gas or something. And she took me to take my son, my baby boy, Michelangelo Villegas Jr. Martinez. If you're watching, I love you, son. I hope you do good. Call me and text me. I'm trying to chill with you, see what's up. You're gonna be 18 already, and you haven't even talked to me in years already. But I hope you're doing good. Do good, right? I know you're alright. I know you're doing good. And she took me to take my son, anyways, to take Michael Jr. to the hospital, to the Kauai Delta at Visalia over there by Mineral King Avenue, and the nurses checked them up and everything, and it was just a rash that like it was like I don't know if it was chicken pox or something, cause something like that he had, and then they said he was alright, and I just took him home and wrapped him up in a little burrito. I used to wrap him up in a little burrito, and I would ask him if he wants to be, if he wants to get wrapped up in a little burrito in those baby blankets, and he would say yes, yes, daddy, and and then I would always tell him you first, and then he would say, and then I would say me first, and I don't know. I got all these toys from the garage, from my garage, cause Letty left to Japan, cause they were going out there with Paul to do something like to go on the base, the marine base over there in Japan, Asia, Japan, over there with the Japanese and all that, and so they were gonna go over there for 5 years, and they were gonna get paid like $5,000 a month by the military or the government, by the United States Marine Corps and all that. And she asked me if I wanted to go over there, and I was like, nah, I don't want to go. But anyways, yeah, I got her toys that were for Abel Abelardo, and I gave them to my son because I didn't have money to buy him new stuff. And I was like, those are pretty good, and I wanted to get him all kinds of stuff, but a freaking the guy, that freaking asshole, the freaking dude, Tony, he didn't fucking hire me. He hired some fucking dyke named Jacob. That bitch fucking plucked their eyebrows all fucking crazy. And the fucking that guy, fucking Chelly, that asshole, didn't even fucking recommend me good to get a fucking job. I was just trying to work and get an apartment, but with a fucking part-time job, I don't know how I was able to fucking get an apartment. They fucking cost more. But yeah, so yeah, and then so Guadalupe, one time me and Andrew jacked one of her checks, and freaking ordered pizza, and she got all mad, she like left or something, and we just ate pizza. Me and Andrew were cool, and Andrew pants her one time and freaking seen her bush and everything. He was telling me about it. That dude's a freaking pervert though. And she used to chill with like this Asian, like a lot of like, well, one Asian was like her best friend. Her name's Meyer, and she ended up going to like UC Berkeley, and like graduating. I don't know if, I think it was like economics or something like that she got good at. She got a degree in, a university college degree in, and Meyer had like, or anyways, and Lupe's boyfriend, one of her boyfriends was was it Jesse? Jesse Mesa, Francis's that used to went by Jesus Mesa, and so yeah, and then so I was in the quinceañera with Lupe. I was a chambelán de honor, but I don't know if she was like trying to think that I needed somebody. Like, I didn't care if I was not gonna, like, she could have picked Jesse to be her chambelán de honor if she didn't want me. If she didn't want me to be her chambelán de honor, she should have picked Jesse. But Jesse went with her friend Carmen or something, but I don't know what happened. I mean, something like that happened, and then so Ari was one of her boyfriends, and then from Ari it was just Jeff or something. She married Jeff, and then Jeff beat her and left her. Like, Andrew sent me a picture, and I sent it to everybody. So when you get stuff like that, you gotta tell everybody, because so you could get some help. And so she's like a medical assistant right now, and she has her own apartment in Tulare, California. And she just, my mom, mi mamá Fidelina, signed for her to get like a new car. Like, it's a Honda, it's like a Pilot, but one of the other ones or something, I think. And she used to always go to Chipotle. She's the one that like brought us to like Chipotle. Starbucks was her thing. All those like type of those restaurants. What else? Well, the ones that are like Starbucks and Chipotle, she used to always get them, and she was one of them that used to get the box. She would get the box all the time for the food that she wouldn't finish or something, to take it home. And I think she gave me her leftovers one time. I don't know, they were pretty good though. They're not bad. And Starbucks was that, like, she started getting it before any of us or something like that. And then Best Buy, like, she got a laptop. She had a laptop she would always let me borrow and stuff, and to like surf the web and everything. It was like a pretty new one and everything. And I had and then so yeah, Lupe, Guadalupe is she had like a friend named Yannicka too. She was Indian and stuff. And then she had a friend named Tracy, and she would always say "you guyses," stuff like that. And then her other friend, her best friend, was Lisette, Gustavo's sister. And oh, her other best friend is Denise. We would always play with Denise all the time, and her cousin Manuel, I think his name was. We would have like we'll play water guns at night right there. And and then her friend at the park, yeah, but I believe she graduated from Redwood High School in Visalia, California. But she got pregnant by Jeff, and then she didn't even end up going to like college. Well, she went to COS, but she didn't finish COS, like community college, and she could have went to like the university, but Jeff fucked up her life and everything, and then she fucking got all fucking manga and shit. And and then so Lupe, she had her own room. She actually fucking lived in the master, while my mom, my mama slept in the living room. What kind of what is that? And and then they took out all my things. Anyway, yeah. And one time she threw hot coffee. She tried to hit me with coffee and stuff, and she would always call me retard too. Yeah, and oh, one time she was like, we were walking at the park as kids, as children, and it was when P Diddy came out, when he was like putting his like left like, or his, like one of the pant sweat legs up, this whole pants, one pant up, leg up. You know how he had it, like a whole leg of his pants up, one pant up, and one leg of a pant up. And we're like, she told me, hey, there's a gangster right there. Put your pant down, your pant leg down. And I put it down, and she was always like telling me something like that. And because there was like, I don't know if he was like a black guy, and stuff like that was probably what they didn't like, because it was gangster what P Diddy did, or Puff Daddy at that time, because they were the Puff Daddy and P Diddy were the same to me. And but we were also in chess. She knew how to play chess too and everything. And she would always watch novelas with mi ama all the time. That was Guadalupe. And she was the good one. She was the good one. She never did anything like bad until she got pregnant. People started saying she wasn't doing that good. But yeah, that was her. Hugo, I don't even want to say nothing but about that, but she used to jog right there in Fairview Elementary, by her house over there in Visalia. She would go for jogging. She's the one that knew about drinking a lot of water and stuff that was healthy and stuff. And she never really, I don't recall her or remember, I don't remember her doing any drugs. She never did drugs in front of me. I don't think she ever, she never got on drugs or nothing. She was not even an alcoholic. She didn't, I don't remember if she smoked, or I don't think she smoked I think she smoked cigarettes one time when we were kids, like my papa's cigarette butts on the side of the house, and um, and she had like a thing with Jesus, with Jesse Mesa. Oh yeah, and she would always come to LA to visit Melissa, my niece, Melissa Villegas, and she came to her graduation, her high school graduation, in her Honda Civic, the 2006. And yeah, she was smart to me, and she knew how to do algebra or pre-algebra too. And she was good. And Meyer and her were smart. They went to school a lot, and times they were like, I heard they were competing or I don't know. They were close friends though. But the Lupe knew how to do math and all that stuff. And then one time I made her laugh and stuff because I heard that LL Cool J song when I was small, and I started grinding on the on the door, and she was laughing and stuff. And then one time I broke into the Ramos's house with my homie Mishak, uh, and this guy Shorty from Tulare, he set me up, and he told me that hey, I got somebody who wants to buy the laptop. And this big old fucking guy, he said he was talking about functioning, that he's an norteño. He was like, you're lucky you're not 18, otherwise I'd kick your ass for fucking stealing, breaking into our house or something like that. And I just gave him the laptop and I left. And then they started fucking coming with the cops and everything, and Lupe was there. And she started talking to them, and she was like, well, I'll call Chelly, I'll call my brother if. And then she just closed the door, and the fucking busters left and everything. And I was in the backyard with the escopeta, with the shotgun, my Tio Nito's escopeta, that I don't know if he stole it from my grandpa, Don Santiago, but it was a sawed off one that he made himself, pistol grip and everything. I was just in the backyard, and it didn't have bullets or nothing, but she took it away from me and everything. I was waiting for them in the backyard, in my backyard, and she was like, what are you doing and everything, and then she just took it and put it inside the house. Yeah, and she bought me like a razor silver phone when they first came out too, and it was AT&T, and I paid for it. It was like I had it for like almost a whole year or longer actually, yeah. And I had all kinds of text messages on there. I don't know what I did with this. I don't know what happened to it, but they were love messages to Jennifer when I would talk to her, and it was right before she got pregnant with my son. And yeah, so our song we used to listen to Live and Die in LA by Tupac, me and Guadalupe. And I Am Sam was one that we watched together. Um, I don't know. Me, her, and Patty were one. We watched that one together, and then I used to go to her apartment over there on Divisadero Street too, and chill with Jeff and her random like renters, and our cousins that live next door to her. And she would buy me 40s too sometimes too, and she wouldn't say nothing. She wouldn't complain about it too. And one time she was with her friend Elisa, and I tried to hook up Julian with her. I tried to hook up Elisa I was trying to tell Julian to hook up with Elisa, but something happened. Yeah. We used to walk around barefooted too when we were kids. I don't know. I don't know if she had shoes, but I had little boots on. I had little boots and stuff when we were kids, and I had a little bike. I didn't even need training wheels. Shit, I rode that shit like that. I learned right away. I think it was my papa who showed me and stuff. And we had like balls were nothing for us to get. Basketballs just thrown around. We would kick them like if they're soccer balls, footballs, baseballs. We just had them thrown in the backyard. We didn't even care. They were all right there. I had she knew this couple by the park. They're like a gringo couple that used to have like golden retrievers and all kinds of dogs that were not mutts or mutts. They're like friendly dogs. Her and Meyer used to walk them for them, and I think they used to pay them like $5 or $20 or something like that. And it was when everybody used to go to the park. There's like tons of Asians right there, and all of us, the paisas would be playing soccer, and then the tecatos would be right there. Fucking like, I don't know if I never seen them doing drugs, but I'm sure they probably, I don't know. I know for sure they had 40 ounces getting drunk. The soccer players would be right there at Fairview at the Boso, and we would be right there. The homeless guy, we were like 13 or 13 years old, and we would ask every bum to fucking. The Tecatos used to buy us fucking 40 ounces. Me and my friends, me and my homeboys, they used to buy them for us, and we didn't care. We didn't even know that none of them, and but they kind of like knew things and stuff. But we just went up to them and asked them to buy us 40 because they didn't let us buy 40s because we were too young. You had to be like 21 and over to buy something like alcohol. And cigarettes too. They used to buy cigarettes, zigzag papers, blunts. Garcia Vegas was the ones we used to do. But Swishers were the shit, man. We used to love getting Swishers. Yeah, the Swishers were the ones we used to roll up, but the Garcia Vegas were just cheaper. That's why I don't know sometimes. But the Swishers were the bomb. Were the bomb. Oh yeah, and one time I was in the backyard. I was drunk drinking 40s, and we had like a patty. Anyways, we had a there. My stereo was like, anyways, I was playing Easy E, real motherfucking G's, out loud, and I think Blackbird, the twins' dad, on the other side, is I don't know if that was his. He's anyways. So they called the cops or something, or Jeff's mom, when Jeff was living being our neighbor, they called the cops, and the cops came and started saying, hey, the music's too loud, and she talked to them, and I started jumping the fence, and Jeffrey's mom seen me, and I was listening to that song, and then she just turned it off and stuff, and I was drunk, and I don't know what happened. Something happened. Andrew started doing some things, and one thing led to another, and I don't know if they were Jeff saw or something, but it was kind of it was different, and he was just doing something to me, and but he was just doing something to me, and it was that, yeah. Yeah, and so she was right there in the master bedroom over there. Uh, She even hooked up the stereo to the stereo. I was acting like if I was drunk because yeah, and but I was drunk still though, and yeah.